I have that one if you want to search up somehow.
I'll just put it right here. I didn't bring my notebook though, which I'm kind of sad about.
Oh yeah, I think I have mine with me. I usually leave it on my next to my bed, but I've been trying to bring it with me. But then I also write it in my phone. Have you been able to do it?
What?
Your
No,
notebook?
I don't know. Not putting it in.
How do you do this thing?
Crazy.
I'm gonna move this.
You could put it directly on you if you want.
Well, I'll leave it on Liz.
You're like, as my hair is like this. But look,
Oh,
you know
I
what? I
don't care.
got you.
It's like, why would you want?
That makes sense. There we go.
Why would you want to record me?
You're like, don't with me.
I just seen this really like cool video that was like perfect for like what we're gonna talk about. I sent it to you.
Okay.
It was actually like so true.
No, was it?
So where did I send it to you on? TikTok.
Let's first I want to definitely just start with like what do you guys feel like in the I know it's been 2 weeks because the 2 weeks ago we had the snowstorm and then the week before that I had the podcast.
Mhm.
So then it's been 2 weeks. So in the last 2 weeks, is there something that you feel like more grateful for that you feel like maybe you weren't grateful for before, or that you overlooked? I feel like we always overlook shit.
Mhm.
We're so focused on the shit versus the good stuff.
Oh, my discernment for sure. With things, people.
What do you mean by discernment?
Discernment, knowing like knowing where like I don't necessarily need to stay with people. Knowing
Yeah.
how to just pull out and not be like thinking, like it's not that deep for me.
Right.
As much as it used to be. When it comes to people. Like,
Just
I'm just like,
good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
That's stuff.
You
I'm happy
feel
about
like
that.
it just comes in waves?
It doesn't, no, like, I'll, a lot of it, at some points, were very, like, full-fledged, it's always crossing my mind in some direction, like, out of nowhere, just for no reason, like, just obsession a little bit, mentally.
Believe it or not, I have the same obsession. It's like,
So now it's like, just, like, discernment, just knowing, like, it doesn't serve me.
right.
It doesn't serve me, so I don't need it. So it's like, it's a good feeling to just not want to even think so much about it anymore.
So
It
it's
doesn't
just
bother
like
me.
grateful to have that like almost that click for a second and realize like I don't know why do we obsess over what people do or think or anything like that, because we're gonna talk about judgment and stuff like that, but not necessarily in your case saying like there's a judgment on people. It's just in general we think about other people too. Yeah, we fixate on people too much, other people, right? And then if we take a look at other people that fixate on themselves, we call them selfish. So it's almost like it's like a lose-lose battle. I felt like for a long time, but then I've been even saying to you like it's not always just because you're working on yourself and you're fixated on yourself doesn't mean that it's selfish in a negative way. You have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you teach anybody how to take care of you? So it's like we're always so like fixated, like the flash, this is us in the middle, right? And then there's flashlights around us, and all the flashlights are literally pointing outward because we're so fixated on everything around us, and then we're left in the dark, right? So then there's no flashlight pointing at us, and then we want people to see us. We're fixated on this person seeing us, on this person, on people knowing the true us, on other people loving us, and this and that, when there's literally nothing pointing to you. So how could they see you? You're in the dark. There's no flashlight at you.
Mhm.
So I realized, like, you know, we could, like, help people. Like, I want to do this with people. Like, I want to help people, but the light's got to be on me as well. And mainly on me because I'm the only one in charge of my own life. Right? So, um, it's really weird. I think it's like a lose-lose battle where, like, we're so focused on the outside that, you know, we get lost because we're in the dark. We're in the dark. Even in our own lives, we're
It's
in the
almost
dark.
like distractions too. Like
Distracting
we're distracted.
ourselves to not, like, look inward.
Mhm.
You know, and there's a lot of inward shit we gotta work on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and yeah, I think so. We were gonna go. So that's good. That I feel like, you know, that takes time.
Mhm.
I think I told you too that it's not like I was like this 5 years, 7 years ago. It's been a lot of fucking
yeah.
time, and it's not easy either because looking inward when you're flashing lights, you're literally looking at all your faults, everything. So now it's like, instead of distracting yourself with others like most people do,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we all distract ourselves with others to not, like, because it's hard to look at yourself. It's almost like that physical stuff too. Like, we don't want to look at our stretch marks. We don't want to look at this. But now, like, if we don't even want to look at the physical, like, imagine trying to look at inside of us, all the bullshit trauma we have and we carry, and all the selfishness and all the shitty parts of us, the ugly parts of us, because we all have it. We all have baggage.
Yeah.
So it's like, now, of course, we all sit here and want to point the flashlight at everybody else. And
I actually just kind of realized that because I had a conversation with my friend, you know, and I finally, like, I'm like, wow, maybe I do have, like, issues from, like, not, like, having, like, not that I have a dad, but, like, not having, like, that relationship with my dad. I'm like, wow, like, I really sat there and think deep about it, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, like, I have to take accountability for that. Like,
that pill you have to swallow.
yeah, I
and
just
say,
wanted
like,
to
I have
say this
daddy
whole
issues.
life, like, my whole life, no, I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, we're still cool. Like, we just didn't have, like, that relationship, like, that close relationship that you should have with a dad. So it's like, wait, maybe, like, I do have issues from that. Like, I just kind of kept brushing it off.
We all brush it off.
Yeah.
We brush it off so hard to the point that we actually believe, and that's where delusion comes in.
Yeah.
We almost believe our own lies that we tell ourselves.
Which, yeah, for so long, I never cried about it until, like, I had this conversation with my friend, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually fucking crying about it.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it does make me sad, and I've been, like, just hiding it away for so long.
You're pushing it down everywhere. You know,
so it's kind of crazy. Delusion is real.
Yeah, so we're all, like, we literally make ourselves so delusional so that to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
To protect ourselves.
That's what it is,
And that's why, like, okay, so we had kind of discussed the topic about, like, judgment and people, right? So
especially because I'm getting judged a lot right now, so, like, I just feel like, why do you care?
Right, but it's like, you feel annoyed. I feel judged too in many ways for my life, for being so, like, in a way, very different. Like, I have a lot of friends, but I'm very different when it comes to my kids. I'm very different when it comes to views on how to take care of my kids, when it comes to, like, their fathers or their families or even my family, you know. So I feel very judged, and I think we're all, like, in a way, kind of getting comfortable with who we are.
Yeah.
Because I think it bothers us sometimes because we are a little bit still uncomfortable about ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like, kind of looking inward, you have to just bite the bullet and say, like, okay, like, I have issues for some reason, for this reason, X amount of reason, and I think people have issues.
Well,
so
everyone has issues. I feel like people try to project or, like, try to make themselves feel better, like, by judging other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you sin too. We all sin in a way. Like, who are you to judge anybody when you just sin differently?
Right. You sin differently. That's a good one. I like to, like, say I want to help those people, you know, because it's almost like if we take a step back, if they're projecting, it's because they're hurting.
Mhm.
Right? If they're passing judgment or if they're whatever, it's because there's something unhealed about them. So they are my type of clientele, right? Even if they want to be like super negative and or pass judge, like they obviously need help.
Mhm.
So I want to really look into being able to touch those people in a way where they feel like I can help them instead of seeing me as their enemy, you know, like because a lot of people treat you as their enemy because they don't get to do, they don't have the courage like you do to do the things that they wish they could do.
Yeah.
You know?
Like someone commenting under someone's post on Instagram or Facebook, just a negative comment to me that blows my mind that someone takes the time out of their day to say something mean to someone just because. And it's like you don't even know that person. And even if you do, why are you saying something negative?
Right.
That's something yourself.
Right.
Because I would never take time out of my day to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy, you see it so much online and it's like, wow.
But it's definitely held us back.
Yeah.
You know, like as much as I want to say like, you know, I don't care, there's definitely times I've definitely held back for those reasons because you kind of get a little insecure.
Yeah.
And you kind of like want to, you kind of want to sit there and realize, why do people do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do people do that? Like, why are they pointing out my insecurity?
Yeah.
Low key, but then also like, I wouldn't do that.
No.
But they're hurting. They're hurting, definitely hurting. It's like, and then also like it's, so you know how we said something about like the whole you know, people will like,
we were just talking about people will praise a celebrity for what they're doing, but not someone like they know.
Someone they know, they like they're like, ugh, like they
all
the time, like they'll you know
they idolize those.
Yeah.
That, with the fame and the fortune, they idolize them. They turn regular beings into idols of like higher ascending and you know, but they're flesh and blood just like you and I.
Yeah.
And you know that comes back to the same thing as far as like why pointing the flashlights back at you makes sense, right? To take care of yourself, because these celebrities in a sense they aren't in the light of it all.
Yeah.
Right. So they're seen. They're constantly seen because everybody's pointing their flashlight at them.
Yeah.
Right. So then they're getting all the attention and the praise and things like that. And us regular people are usually the ones pointing those flashlights at those like people that had the courage to step outside the box and do something different and become that person. And when you know we start off little and we're finally pointing inwards and we're flashing the light, we're getting attention, but at the beginning it's literally all negative attention.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And it's
at the beginning it is a lot of negative attention.
So much negative. It's like they all like hate, not even celebrities, you know, they tell their stories about how like at the beginning it's like nobody, like not family, not friends, like, and then all of a sudden they come out and like.
Then when you're rich, everyone's like, oh my god, I want to be your
best friend. I
know her. I went to school with her. Yeah.
And I went shopping with her one time. One time. And you hear that stuff, so you're like, it's so weird. And
it's so true though.
But I think like, you know, it's good to just like stop caring about why people perform or act the way that they do, because you'll like really never understand it. Because to be honest, sometimes I don't know why the fuck I do the things that I do. You know, it's like how if I don't even know myself sometimes, like you said, you just figured something out about yourself today. Something just clicked on you today and you were like, I don't have daddy issues. Like, maybe I fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then like even myself, I was actually telling my therapist today that I was like, I realized like I give so much affection to my kids, but when it does come to like a partner, I'm super nervous about it. I'm very like, I could come off very masculine or anything because I do not feel safe with them emotionally.
Mhm.
I never have. I feel like they don't even understand me. My parents did not take the time to get to know me.
Mhm.
You know how much that hurts?
Yeah.
It's not like they abused me or anything. It's like they just thought that like being a parent, which most parents think that that's what you're supposed to do. They think being a parent or thought being a parent was literally putting a roof over your head, making sure you didn't starve to death, had a room, like those physical things,
Yeah.
right? And for me, I have two brothers and one sister, and like we're all different. But like for me, I could speak for myself. I realized I really needed someone to understand me and know me. And you think I feel like my parents know me? So then, how am I supposed to ever trust a man to actually know me?
Yeah. And I had this same conversation with my friend, like literally the other day, because they were like how can I love someone if my parents didn't love me?
Right?
And
We
it's
did.
Like,
I remember
yeah,
you told me
I was
that
telling you
before.
about that, and it's like, wow, like yeah, and like for me, like my parents weren't super affectionate. They aren't like saying I love you to my parents is weird. Like I don't know why. It's uncomfortable, but it's like I tell my kids all the time, like multiple times a day, that I love them.
Yeah.
And it's like, but when did that stop? Like when I was little, I was probably told that. It's like, so as it's my job now to make sure my kids always hear that. So it's like I feel like
even not
sometimes
just
we went
feel
through
it.
that stuff when we were younger, but we now know as like adults that we will never like treat our kids like that or do that to them.
Or make them feel like comfortable. Like
Yeah.
they just I'm 36 and I'm realizing I'm like wait my parents don't know me.
Yeah.
I was just a rebel. I was just one that was just like getting in trouble
Mhm.
and like not listening. I was just not a listener.
Yeah.
And that's who I was to them.
Mhm.
And that's all I was to them. Like they didn't see me for like my emotions. They didn't see me for like I needed hugs and affection and a love. And I truly don't really think I ever really showed myself to people like that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
The stuff deep down is coming out.
It is. It's just sad because like you realize like that it's so important to just like and a lot of us have all these problems like inner problems and then
we
instead
take them
of
on others.
right and instead of like for me at least I want to like help people and kind of come into the limelight of everything but there's so many people break. I think like sensitive people we end up breaking and then we end up wanting to hurt everybody around us or we're just like shut down. You shut down and you break and then you become a fucking angry a pissed off person that just wants to not deal with people at all.
Yeah.
And I think most of the world is like that. Like a lot of us are like
I
that.
think
where
we're
just
the generation that's changing that though, because I feel like now everyone like sees and realizes like what trauma did when we were younger, and like
we're not trying to repeat it.
We're not trying to repeat it, whether it's abuse, like emotional, verbal, physical, like from a parent, or even just not getting that love or affection or abandonment. Like I feel like everybody is like healing, but like some people just not all the way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
or
a lot
they're
of people
blaming.
want
Well,
to
no,
heal,
there's
but
a
yeah,
lot
they'll
of blaming
blame,
and victim and stuff like that. And I definitely have caught like my mom being like a victim like most of her life, and I'm sure she was a victim at one point, but then she made it a point to just make it her identity. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't want to be that. I think that was one of the reasons I decided to just be like, I know that I didn't get what I needed as a child, and I'm really sad about it. But like, I don't want to fall. I saw how it like tore my mom apart. As far as like, it was always like them, and then always like she was just sad.
Yeah.
And like not sad, she was angry. She was definitely real angry.
I think it's definitely hard to be a parent when you're going through like a lot of whether it's like
And we're that
abuse
generation
or
that
like
we're
from your partner.
we're reprogramming, and we're like making sure we don't do the same shit to our kids. So we're literally like reparenting ourselves.
Yeah. So when people want to judge people for leaving their baby daddies, it's funny because like if only you knew what the fuck we went through. Like
No,
like, people love to judge. You weren't in my home. You had no idea.
But also, you know what? Also, I think people see that act as like you being selfish, right?
Yeah.
I've been called selfish multiple times in my life, and then I realized, I don't know what this clicked also recently. Like, I was like, wait, like, how am I the selfish one? Like, the people that have kids that sit there and don't want to leave a toxic environment because they don't want to start over, because they don't want to get a second job, because they don't want to like leave the home that they're in, because it's all then like it's like me saying like like I'm not gonna like leave our household in this toxic environment for my kids because like I don't want to get a second job, because I don't want to start a new career, I don't want to start a new life, because I don't want to struggle for the next few years. Like, I'd rather just deal with my husband. It's scary, but like, do you realize that all is super selfish of me to say that I won't do the hard part of starting over as a mom just to be comfortable physically? So I'd rather make my kids emotionally leave them in an emotionally toxic environment than get my ass up physically and like restart my life. I think that's selfish. I think many people are selfish for that. I'm like, I have 3 sons, 3 fathers, and I had to restart, and everybody thinks it's just for me. It's like, no, I had to restart my life over something shit that people can't do once in their life. I did that 3 times in the last 2 decades, and it's like it would have been easier.
My mom has 3 different baby daddies too.
My life would have been different. Yes, like maybe it would have been easier for me to just stay where I was, not emotionally at least. I'm like emotionally, like I just was not capable of staying in that toxic environment. I don't know what would have been of me. But like physically, I was like, no, I'd rather like physically get up and restart my life again, redo this, redo that, move. Even in the last 2 years, I've moved like 4 different times just because, or I was with my ex, and then I moved in with him, and then I moved out, and then it was 3 different times. And I did that and started over. It's like people think that was just easy. It's like, I know. The reason I did it is because I'd rather start over and keep my kids in a safe emotional environment than keep them in a toxic emotional environment for my physical to make things physically easier for me. I'm like, it's so selfish. You don't want to start over. You don't want to like move. You don't want to like share the dog. You don't want to share the dog. You don't leave the dog, so we're all like never gonna like leave this relationship because of the dog. But like, let's stay and fuck up the kids.
I stayed so long that I became physically ill, and like stress can make you like sick. Like it can change your appearance. It can literally change your body. Like it's just crazy. So like staying isn't always.
And then you do it for you know it's funny, you do it for selfish reasons. As far as like people stay for selfish reasons, like they don't want to go get a second job or restart their life again and stuff like that, for all the physical reasons. But then that emotional toxicity literally eats them alive. They look like shit.
It was eating my body inside and out. But like I only stayed for the other person. Because
to help them,
because they needed me or they wanted me so bad, and I knew that I didn't want that, but I felt bad. So it's like my body was like, get out.
It's so weird how we feel bad for the wrong people.
Like what did I get out of that? Absolutely nothing.
No, like you feel bad for the wrong people. Like you feel bad for like leaving them. and they're really sad. Like, I don't know how many times I got like, oh, you're so selfish, you're breaking up the family, and this, and that. It's like, well, you didn't, like, I'm sure I did communicate many times how I was feeling, and you did not care to hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
So why, and it's like,
So why would you
why do
care
I need
now?
to care?
Yeah.
And I care for a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
and then I eventually go, like,
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Mhm.
And it comes off very cold. You know,
Yeah.
it comes off very cold, like as if, like, oh, like she just doesn't care.
I felt like I
Like-
lost all emotions. Like I couldn't cry anymore. I couldn't like for years. Like I just feel like emotions were just shut off.
Definitely. You think that it I think it's selfish to not heal, and then like also like project all these this unhealed version of yourself onto others and even onto your kids.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're not healing, you're projecting,
Mhm.
and when you're projecting, these like fucked up parts of you come out, and then you're hurting other people. It really does. And it's like, I think I'm doing a service to myself and others to like look inward, heal myself so that I can project the best version of myself. Just like with my kids, like if I'm healed, if I'm in a good place, I can give them the best version of me.
Mhm.
A lot of these kids unfortunately have the worst parts of their parents as much, and not even like that, you know, some parents, like some people, like their parents, and they're just doing what they think they should be doing,
Like
and
the bare minimum.
yeah, and or sometimes they're just doing what like all like everything that they know how to do, and they don't want to look outside of themselves to try to do different, and I think that's what the generation before us did. Like they were just like, okay, this is what we were taught. This is how they taught me. So this I'm gonna teach everybody else or my kids. And we're looking outside the box, and we're like, no, like that didn't fucking feel right. What you did to me, I'm gonna do it differently.
Yeah.
You know.
Even just understanding your kids, like in general, like you were talking about before, like my daughters, but mainly like my oldest, because she's like over 4 now. Like when she does something like really well and I notice, like I'll go out of my way to like continue like whatever activity like that is.
And like the fact that
If
you're
it intrigues
acknowledging
that
she likes it.
Yeah.
There's definitely
even like you do it with Matthew, I say.
Yeah,
when
because
he
there's
likes
definitely things that I do not understand why he likes.
He's so funny. I love Matthew.
Matthew likes certain things, and I'm like, where'd you get
He's
that
obsessed
from?
with like boats.
And now planes.
Oh.
I
think he's gonna be an engineer.
Yeah, I always say he's gonna
But
be
it's
an
like
engineer.
if he likes that stuff now, he understands that stuff so well. I'm like, okay, like I don't even know what you're talking about.
I know.
But like imagine
like
what he would be like in 10 years.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm so happy that he chose me as a mom, because like literally I was like, I could just see like, you know, parents back then, if they didn't understand why you like something because they don't like it, they just make fun of you.
Yeah, or they force you to do what they want you to do. I would never. No.
Yeah, it's so weird because I remember like you almost feel wrong for being you, and I feel like that's fucked up, because that's how important like children's like childhood is so important because of that.
Which
Because
my parents
you
allowed me to be me. Well, I mean, maybe not my dad so much, but like my mom, my mom, like, yeah, she's like, do whatever you want, like, whatever makes you happy.
That's good. Like, I it sucks because I think a lot of people, like 90% of people, are don't know if it's right to be them.
Yeah.
Like,
or they're scared to be them. Yeah.
They're scared to be them because they don't know it's right.
Yeah.
They're telling you, like, you know, you're supposed to have this and you're supposed to have that, and at 30 you're supposed to do this, and at 25 you're supposed to have that, and then this career, and then like retirement, and then like there's this structure.
Baby daddy's parents were like, she needs a job. Like, excuse me. Like I work really hard. Because I'm not working a 9 to 5 because that's normal.
No, it's
crazy.
It's I had this lady once told me, like, oh, you know, but the kids like nowadays don't know hard work or how to work or this and that. I'm like, that's your definition of work is different from like now, right? So like we could easily say that in your age. So I think she was like maybe in her 50s. I said, yeah, like a job for you at one point was, I don't know, let's say being being at a factory and putting shoes into a box, right? But for people in their 70s and 80s, that wasn't a job. The job was to make the shoe itself. I'm like, everything's evolving.
Yeah.
These people that are like older, 50s, 60s, that think like these kids are not really doing anything.
They're using
Like
the
they're
internet.
not doing job.
Most
job
using the internet.
it is like you can't judge that off
Yeah.
of how evolution was back then, right? Like yes, maybe that was the case back then, but the case now stands that we are going into an online, everything's evolving, right? So one day your job won't be needed, that job
And a
that
lot
will
of
be
jobs
needed.
aren't needed anymore. A lot.
So it's like, so the people that are like stuck in their ways from back then, it's like an 80-year-old telling me that I still need to go and farm eggs or something, or do things that were necessary back then but not necessary today, and I don't think people really like put in that logic into it, that logic of like things are different, things are evolving. You no longer have to take a horse to the store or to a farm. Like it's weird,
Yeah.
you have to take that into consideration when passing judgment on what's going on. You have to embrace the evolution.
What you just said, so you have to understand before you pass judgment. So I feel like a lot of people don't take the time to understand anyone else's perspective, situation, or like what like they were handed to them. Like you're just judging off like a cover of a book, literally. Like you're just judging off of nothing. Most people
Or just
judge
off hate.
Yeah,
it's
or
just
that
off hate.
too, yeah.
It's just hate because I think a person that doesn't have hate in their heart or comes in love will look at you and be like, I wonder, I don't necessarily agree with that person, but I wonder why she's the way that she is, and then that's it. Come in love like that, not in necessarily like,
Yeah.
Instead
of
bringing them down.
Spreading the hate or spreading or passing judgment, people should ask questions.
Right.
And understand before I feel like
they don't need to understand, but they at the same time.
But if you want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing, just ask me. Like,
right. It's like, you don't need to understand me, but you also don't need to bring me down.
Yeah, you don't live my life, you don't pay my bills.
You don't need to agree, but you don't need to bring me down either. Yeah. Bring me down. Bringing people down is like, first of all, karma's gonna hit your ass.
Like my friend, he messaged me yesterday and he's like, I'm sorry, but I did kind of diss OnlyFans. Like on my podcast, because he went on a podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, nothing against you. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. You don't have to agree with what I do. Like,
right.
Like, we're still cool. Like, I'm not mad. Like, it's
right.
Okay.
You don't have to agree with what I do. Yeah. Just show respect and not bring people down.
Yeah. But I was like, thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
Like, because if I watched it and seen
because I felt maybe people would have
no,
felt like guilty. People feel guilty sometimes for the way they feel. I'm like, it's like, you don't have to feel guilty. You just don't bring people down. That's all. Like, you don't have to agree with me, but we can agree to disagree and respect each other. Have mutual respect for everything that we all do, because we all live different lives and we all have different circumstances. And like, you don't need to understand it. You just don't need to fucking pull me down in the story. So, and that's why I always say, like, don't try to understand people. You probably will never understand. What do they say? Like, it'd be stupid if a fish, what is that called? Like when if they rated their if they based their education or whatever, they based their ability on flying and called like being stupid. What is that? I forget what they say. That saying.
No, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if a fish, based his value on being able to fly, but you're a fish. Don't if of course he's gonna think he's stupid and incapable and stuff, because obviously he can't fucking fly, and for him to try to understand a bird flying capabilities is just different. So I said that totally fucked up, but but
I get
You said it right.
yeah, it's there's no, everybody's built differently. We're
Just
all
like some
built
people aren't
differently.
built to be millionaires or to work these jobs that other people don't want to work.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's just so different.
We're built so differently. Like, it's just okay to not understand people and let them move the way that they move. You don't have to agree or disagree with them. It's just having that mutual respect. And if you don't really like how you do things, or I don't like how you do things, it's like, okay, we're just part ways. Not disrespectfully, but in a very respectful way. Like, I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to talk about you. I don't need to bring you down. I don't need to do nothing. I just need to get myself away from you because we don't align in those aspects of
And
life.
I think that's really important as time goes on. I feel like the only people I want to like surround myself with are people that align with like my future. Like, cause I'm in this whole delusional state right now where I'm like, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like, I'm not stopping. I'm gonna figure it out. This is the year. Maybe not, but it's the year. I'm gonna say it is because I want it to be. But like by next year, I want to be in a completely different place.
Yeah.
So it's like
and it's not no diss against anybody.
No.
It's literally just a, I want to be somewhere. I don't feel like I am at my best, in my best place. My best self ever, and I want to be my best self ever. And sometimes you just have to let the people that are not there, don't want to get there, behind.
Yeah.
And they'll meet you at their time if and when they're ever ready. It's okay. Like, they'll meet you. Like, there's no diss, there's no nothing. It's just, you want to surround yourself with.
I'm just not gonna keep distracting myself with people that like don't want better or not. I don't need like their help, but like it's like if people are negative or
that want to bring you down.
Yeah, they want to judge you and hold you back from like your ideas. Or like the way you view
You're like,
things.
listen, it's okay. Like, if you don't believe in me, like, you don't need to, but I don't also need to be around.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
and I feel
fair.
like everyone I am surrounded by now, like all my friends,
even clients, like, it's
my
so funny
clients are
because
so
people
cool.
are just like, because when you come in like very honest with yourself and they see you for that and they stick around, it's because they like your energy.
I've had clients for 9 years.
Yeah.
They have not left since the day I started. Like, I have quite a few, and I'm like, wow, you guys have been seeing me for like almost 10 years.
And they know
like,
you, and they see like that.
They've been with me through all the ups and downs, and the kids, and the kids coming to work and being annoying. Yeah.
Same. You're pregnant twice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now it ain't no, but back then,
So it's like, I just feel like showing up as yourself, you're just gonna attract people that you should have around you.
Yeah, it naturally comes on its own. You don't have to force anybody around.
And as much as people are judging, I feel like I inspire a lot of people, and a lot of people will reach out to me and be like, wow, like, I wish I had that courage, or like, teach me like how you like have so much confidence, or like things like that. And it's cool because as much as there's haters, there's also people that like
strangers that love you,
or
love you more than your own friends,
and family too. Like,
and
I
family,
feel like
oh my God,
I feel like some family and friends are just like ghosts, like followers, or ghosts, like people. Like, they don't hit you up, they don't check in on you.
They're
literally
shadows that like want to see how you're doing, but like not let you know that they care.
Yeah, like my half my family or siblings probably don't even watch my stuff at all.
No.
Like, at all. And I'm like, okay.
I think I've even told you. I'm like, my family don't know me. They think I'm just crazy. They literally like my whole life. They're like, you're just crazy.
Were you bad in high school?
I was always like straight A. Like, I was really, really good as far as like very smart, and I was 1 grade ahead, but I often did not like the rules.
That's why I didn't like the rules.
So then
I
was like, had principal's award and all these awards, but then I also was
like ISS.
But yeah, I was always in like timeout. I mean, after school, after school. I was
always in the room where like you had to stay there all day and do your work. I think it was called like ISS or something like that.
It's like, no, I did my work. It was just like, okay, like I'm done. I don't think.
No, I would
you're
skip
very
class all the time.
It's in-house suspension.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it what's it, the in-house suspension?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I would skip a lot of classes.
Yeah. I just didn't agree with the ways that I felt and the things that the rules and stuff.
If I was
hungry,
hungry, I
always,
left to go get food. Like,
I was
sorry,
like,
hungry.
I would literally like, I already know. I hated taking notes. I never liked notes because I wouldn't look at them.
So I love taking
And
notes.
I love
never look at
listen.
them.
I was like, I listened to them, and they're like, you didn't take any notes. I'm like, yes.
You're like, I don't need to.
I don't need to. I just need to listen.
It's
to it.
here.
And then so I would do it, and they're like, okay. And then it's almost like they always were like, okay, well, you did. They always wanted to find something wrong
Yeah.
versus just being like, okay, well,
Well, maybe this
They
girl
want
just
you
didn't do
also,
it.
function on the same frequency as everyone else.
yes. And there's a lot of people like that.
Keeping order. That's all
Yeah,
it
like
is.
I definitely need to take notes and reread and like, cause when I hear information, it kind of just like goes in and out, and it doesn't stick, and I'm like, huh?
Me, I'm more of like, I'm literally like the person that just
But
like
if it's
listens to
intriguing,
one.
I'm like, oh my god, like this is the greatest conversation ever. But
Yeah.
like, if I don't give a fuck about it, like I'm like, what did you just say? It's like
No.
I'm not actually listening.
Now, do you think what led you to like just like your discernment and with people like in general?
Led me there?
Like what made you feel like was it just I think I got disappointed at times and I decided that I just didn't want to be disappointed anymore maybe for me. But what led you to like just being like, you know what, I really don't need to have any interest in other people's lives and try to understand them?
You just get sick and tired after a while. It's just like if nobody's willing to work with you, why are you willing to work on the thought of them? And there's a reason why it's not aligning. So if it's not aligning in the way that you would hope with people, you can't force it, right? And you don't ever want to force it because then it's not natural. So it's just there's a reason why you're feeling the way you do and it's not flowing. So if you're feeling the way you do and it's not flowing, it's reasonable discernment. It's not your body's natural response to telling you you're not meant to be in this space with this person. You're not meant to be in these spaces with these people. To have these feelings towards these people, to want to understand these people. And we ignore it. And when we ignore it, that's why we end up conflicted, and we're trying so hard to find reasoning of why we are conflicted instead of just understanding like it's really our discernment, which is telling us to stop. That's all it is. So it's just you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So then when you're sick, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. A lot of not drinking anymore has helped me to see that, because drinking is like kind of puts things on the back burner for me, right? So like you're in the moment, like it feels good. Like I love fucking booze. I love the smell of tequila. I like a nice glass of wine. Like I can fixate it and feel it, you know. And but I'm just like,
weed did that for me. I smoked a lot
it
of
just
weed.
doesn't. I drink caffeine and it's like drinking alcohol for me.
But you know what? Everybody has a type. There's an addiction.
So like that's me. Like so my
Alcohol
addiction, yeah. And
was
it's
your
just,
out.
Yeah, and it's like, and I didn't look at it as my out though.
Nobody
Because
looks
it's
at it as
fun.
their out.
Yeah, and then I understand why substance abuse is a problem.
But I think it
But I
distracts
think it
what's
distracts
actually
us
going on.
what's going
yeah.
on mentally.
But
so
also,
then now it's like, okay, now I get to really roll through
Look
the
it.
motions of feeling like, yeah, not every day is like fun. Like I was sad 2 days ago. I missed my dad. I sat there and thought in my thoughts of all the nice things that I would like to hear, or
when you used to
to
drink to be able to
visualize
avoid
and-
those feelings, and is it
not that. No, not
not
that.
that specific feeling, but in general, you feel like those
Feelings.
are
It just.
that uncomfortable feeling of
It's like it
things.
makes you like it's like you feel very much so on autopilot a lot of the times, right?
Yeah.
And then alcohol gives you like some kind of feeling of release from your autopilot, like your sense of enjoyment, your sense of like spirit, and why they call them spirits, and it makes you feel a little bit of something different.
You know,
And then I'm just like, yeah. Then I overdo it.
there's
Then it's not fun anymore. Because then now it's just now it's like a flood of emotions. Then when you're finally coming off this
Off of
high, because you're coming from a high in a place of like where you're just so open.
it's like you
And
were
you're
numbing yourself.
intercepting
They say that you numb
something.
yourself with alcohol.
Like when I smoke too, I feel bad. Like I would feel bad for like my ex. I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm just being crazy.
Not in the moment. It would literally be like the next day.
When I was sober,
Few
I'd be like,
days
no, I
later,
fucking
still
hate
thinking
him.
about it. Too deep. I'm like, no.
So now, do you feel like since you gave that up, it's like helped you like actually lock into your emotions, look inside, and then try to like finally get sick of your own shit instead of being avoidant towards it with the
Our
alcohol?
lives. Yeah.
Because I feel like we all have. I don't even just think it's only like drugs.
Mhm.
I think there's so many ways.
There's
Obviously,
so many different
you know, like
Yeah,
ways.
so
hoarding,
spending
right?
money, hoarding,
Hoarding, spending money.
hoarders,
There's
yeah.
like distraction. So
Yeah.
substance abuse, like as far as drugs, alcohol, and things like that. That's
The
a
gym,
distraction.
people
But
use
even
the
the
gym
gym,
as a
it's
distraction.
it's also a distraction in a way. It helps you, but obviously helps you with your body. But there's so many ways to distract yourself, and judgment is one.
Mhm.
Alcohol abuse is another. So is even victim mentality is a distraction because you don't want to do that deep inner healing, you know, like even all that, like there's so many ways to distract yourself
Yeah.
in ways. I've distracted myself just hustling. I think
I
you
feel like
did
I
too.
do that too. I just
You know,
work,
just
work,
like
work.
survive, right? I literally, I was told today, I'm like, you're literally in survival mode, and that's another type of. Even though I'm not
I
a
just want to
drinker,
take on another job. Like, what do
Right.
I need another job
it's
for?
just surviving.
Like-
You're just surviving, and that's just another
Yeah.
distraction to keep you away from the BS. You know, and like that's hard to like realize.
Mhm.
I think so. You know, and I think we're doing. I think I'm glad that you're like coming to that point in your life, and that you're just like, I can't help everybody. I can't, understand everybody. I can't drive myself crazy. I kind of just like have to worry about you. You have to worry about you.
Yeah, I think if some stuff crosses my mind, but it doesn't sit as long as it would.
I used to. That's great.
Things don't
But I think
sit with me
eventually
enough.
it'll allow the right person to come in when you stop allowing like the wrong people to.
That's another thing. I think that when the right people come into your
The
life.
right one will come when
No,
you.
but no, not just a guy, but in general, like people. I think
People
your
in general.
Yeah.
It's not even
community,
like
your own
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
You're so caught
Like
up
my-
in a old community,
my
right?
last thought is even being with somebody. I
Mhm.
feel like if things are meant to align, then they will align.
But
Yeah.
I
I
also
don't
think
think
you
I
can
have to-
stop that if you don't get away from. I think people get so caught up in their past or stuck in their old ways with old people, old community, that
It's blocking.
it blocks your blessings. And it's honestly a great. I'm happy because for you, because the moment you step away from that, you allow the right things to come into your life, the right people, the right things, the right job, the right husband, the right everything just really just comes in. And a lot of people never, I seriously never take that step of like really realizing like that they are their own worst enemy. They're the ones that are stopping all the blessings from coming in. I hope you like walk. I hope like now closing those doors to some of these people or things or whatever like allows you to move forward um, open too, because like open and happy and love and open to the new things coming in, because some people like also shut down completely in the sense like they're sick and tired of the shit, and then they shut down and they don't let anything in, period. They don't let the old past, like their past or old community in, but then they also don't want anything to do with their new community, which is the new, like the blessings that could come into you. So
I'm very inviting. I'm
yeah,
very
inviting
trustworthy.
it, right. You don't
Until
want that
somebody,
to define
until,
you.
until it rubs me the wrong way. Then I noticed that.
When
I
that
definitely
happens, I
noticed
just
that.
kind of distance myself.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
a natural reaction to things.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm very inviting too. Like I trust
I'm
everybody.
always- yeah, me too.
It's inviting, but I think that also we don't realize sometimes that we self-sabotage,
Yeah.
right? So subconsciously we think we always want to protect ourselves, right? And we want to protect ourselves because of old wounds that we learned patterns, right? So we learn the pattern, and yeah, like as much as you want to learn that pattern, you also want to come in open and not necessarily impose those old wounds onto new people, you know. And even myself, I have issues with that sometimes. I think in my new relationships, well, you know this, and then I'm imposing those new things that I didn't necessarily live with a person. I lived those things with somebody else, but because I learned it, I'm bringing it. It's almost like you have to be open, but like with a fresh new outlook too, right? Of possibilities. People will disappoint you for sure, but it's okay. Like you gotta keep an open like mind, open heart, open everything.
Right.
You know, because self-sabotage is freaking real. Honestly,
We have done it for many years.
we don't even mean to do it. I
Yeah.
don't think it's like something that we do on purpose. I think it's just something that's all we know. Where like, I was talking to somebody like the other day, and I'm like, we think we deserve something. We say I deserve this, but our life shows us what we actually feel like, what we
Yeah.
deserve, right? And that is a hard one to swallow, because it's like people think like they see outside people like having everything, and then they're like, why? And we almost compare, like, why them, why not me, da, da, da. And it all really has a lot to do with like ourselves and how we value ourselves.
Mhm.
And sometimes we really don't value ourselves as much as we think we do.
Yeah.
Because you see it in the people you attract, you see it in the things that you attract, things like that. And I start looking, I this past year it's been a lot of like, wow, like why did I think I deserved only this and then this and only this, and life kept giving me exactly what I valued myself at.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I need to fix myself. I need to reevaluate how I see myself, because I clearly don't value myself as much as I think I did. And then things start turning around, and I'm like, whoa, like how timing, divine, whatever. But it's always in the head. Fix your mind, fix your life.
Literally, it all plays back to being delusional.
Yeah, delusional, but delusional to a point where you actually believe it, because
Yeah.
people could say all they want.
Healthy things versus
Well, yeah.
negative.
Healthy delusion.
And actually, like, you know what I think they say, like, you know, you if you really like love yourself, you would think back on the things like, okay, like for you, like, you know, you said like, I don't like, I think you one time said like drinking, it's like that I don't show myself love this way, like, so I don't do it. And not to you that's meaningful, like you don't want to do it because you love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because you want to take care and protect yourself. So it shows in things that you set boundaries with people, with everything. That's taking care of yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And all that sugar too, it just literally makes me bloated, makes my skin like my face round, makes me fucking heavier.
But it is
and it's
so
just like,
hard to stop something.
No.
So like I give
so
props
I'm like,
to you
damn,
for
it's
doing
very,
that.
I'm like, if I want to feel good,
Mhm.
and if I want to feel pretty about myself, it's like I have to give up the things that don't serve me.
Right.
And that's like something that doesn't serve me, and it doesn't make me feel
Like
good.
like my ex.
Yeah.
I did not feel good or pretty.
It's like,
Same thing.
it literally would make me feel so worn out.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. All my life
It's
it
with-
made me feel worn out.
It's with
And then it gets
anything.
worse when you get older
Mm-hmm.
to snap back. And I'm like, it just doesn't line with me no more.
It's with anything, a person, a substance.
I can still
a
go
bad
out. I can still
habit.
have a juice of fucking club and cranberry, or I can have like a Red Bull or something, and like I can socialize and be in the mix, but like it doesn't even seem fun anymore.
Mhm.
It's not fun. Trust me, I do want it because it's definitely something that there's something about it that draws it.
Draws
something
it for
in.
you, yeah.
But the fact that I could be like, okay, no. And then the fact that I did have a couple that night that we went out,
Mhm.
and then I still told myself no afterwards.
Mhm.
And I
That's
even stopped myself.
Yeah,
And
it's
then I
really
still
good.
haven't touched anything.
Mhm.
that's great.
So it's like I feel I like being able to it's like small steps of controlling
Yeah.
myself and controlling the things in my mind that I have to get the things that like filing through things and filing what I need to get rid of and what I need to keep and what I need to work on and mentally develop in that sense.
Yeah,
Even if it's small steps, it's still
that's a big
steps.
step. It's
These are
steps
still
towards
steps,
it.
just anything, just steps towards anything.
Hey, it's so, if people don't realize, if you even just do one different thing once a month.
Like I never make my bed. This week I made my bed. Well,
Oh, I
not
love
this week,
that.
but the other last week. I made my bed twice.
I was
And
gonna
that's
tell, I
a
tell
start.
people, yeah, I
Be
tell people,
1% better.
well, I always
1%
say, I'm
better.
like, okay, don't, even when I tell people about fitness, I'm like, you don't say, oh, I only went to the gym once this week. You say, dang, that's great. I went to the gym once this time. That was more than last week.
Mhm.
Even that.
And then it's great. We don't say, oh, I didn't go to the gym 6 days. You say, I went once. That's great. That's one step ahead. Then next week is twice. And then like if you do one thing even once a month,
Yeah.
by next year, in 1 year, you're a literal complete different
Yeah.
person. You know, you don't beat yourself up on the bullshit. I think also I've even said, like, you know, Liz, like, it is possible for you to essentially, maybe you didn't see the possibility to, you know, before, but I did mention to you, I'm like, listen, you know, it is possible for you to like be able to have a drink and then essentially control yourself. You programmed
I just
yourself
don't
to
even
think
want
you couldn't, right? No, right. So, and that's fine. But I like that you were able to do it and then also cut yourself off and then like not even jump right back into it. It was like, and that's like a nice little like test that you knew that, okay, I dabbed, and then I was also able to not go downhill.
Oh, I
You
could
know,
have went
which is
straight
great.
to hell with it.
I
Huh?
smoked a blunt the other day and
I
then
could've
I
went straight to
threw
hell
it
with it.
out. I didn't even want it anymore.
Mhm.
Like, I was like, yeah, this ain't for me anymore.
Oh my god, I smell a cigarette sometimes and I'm like, I want a cigarette so bad. Just for fun.
Yeah, like,
You know, there's a lot of things that I'm like,
But
I
I'm like,
love it, but I'm just never
literally,
been that
I'm like,
person with
no,
things
I want
that-
to be I want to be a fit girl. Like, I want to have a fit body. I want to eat good quality food.
you're doing all the right things to get there.
I mean, like, I still dabble in Starbucks. Like, and I had cookies last night. But like,
Dang.
I haven't had cookies in months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, fuck it. You're not doing horrible.
You're
I have
doing
chocolate
great.
here and there, but that's nothing because I always get dark chocolate. That's a treat.
Saucy just has me on some M&M kick, and I'm just like, I gotta eat all of these now. It's never buy them again.
Yeah. See, I'm not like a big candy person.
I've never been well, as far as candy, chocolate is my thing.
I
Not
love
like
coffee
candy.
though. That's where it's
What?
like coffee. I like coffee, but that coffee is just another vice for me. It's just like another.
It's different. It's a different type of ice. Like I said, they come in all different shapes and forms and sizes.
Yeah.
It's not just
But
alcohol.
it's not
It's not just drugs. It's
but-
literally bullshit.
But it doesn't awake like alcohol is literally sugar is poison too. But like alcohol is like literally straight up poison. That's why you're compromised. That's why you get drunk because you're compromising. Like you're literally putting toxins in, and that's the reaction of your body fighting off toxins.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just really no.
I'm stupid. Like
Huh?
you're like when you're feeling it, it's like making you stupid.
Yeah, because your body's going into overdrive to get rid of it. It's trying to
And
push it
also,
out.
you know what? We're so in overdrive period with our emotions and shit that's why we want, like, it's a way of slowing down. That's why people like weed and shit like that. They want to slow down because they don't know how to. You gotta find healthy ways to fucking slow yourself down because we all got the same shit going on, and it doesn't need to be alcohol or any of those things that are killing you, you know, in a different way.
It's just very, and I'm like, in a sense, it's like, I just see the way it ages people. Like, it's smoking too. Like, it just ages
Or eating
people.
bad food.
It just
It's
ages
all
people.
terrible habits.
It ages
Yeah.
you so bad. It's like, it's inevitable to age, but it's just like, I understand why, you know, I've heard from even my teacher in cosmetology school, like, and she was wacko. But she wasn't terrible, but she definitely, there was certain things about her, but she's herself. She's happy for herself. She's happy the way she is. She's happy the way she is, but it always sticks with me. And she's like, yeah, I don't drink and I don't smoke because I'm very vain. Like, I don't want lines in my face, and I don't, and you know, and it just all comes through your pores after a while, and you can like you could literally smell it on people, and I'm like, I know. And people really, they'll complain about why their skin looks the way it does, and it's like, but how are you eating?
It all shows.
How are you drinking water? Are you like, you know, you smoke every day? Okay, like that's why your skin is starting to look bad because it's all toxins just in your face.
And
all
it's
the
all
time.
just like an effect of just stress, right? Because instead of dealing with your stress, you're smoking,
you're smoking
drinking,
cigarettes.
you're doing the shitty stuff. It's like no,
all the
like,
things that don't nourish your temple.
no.
So if it's not nourishing your temple, it's like, why do you keep feeding your temple it?
It's just a weird thing, you know, that it's easier. All it just comes down to like it's easier. It's easier than looking inward.
It's a vice.
It's a vice. Look, judging others is a vice. Literally, you know, all the alcohol is a vice. It's
right. It's like I
focusing on
understand.
people is a vice.
I understand
Everything's
it's like an easier route, but it's just like okay. I know it's an easier route. You understand it's an easier route. You don't like the appearance. Why aren't you changing the appearance? Because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
No.
And people also
But I
don't
get
want to
that
take
too.
accountability for it.
It's hard to
I
take
get it.
account. You know, like I even said at the beginning of this shit is hard to constantly, not necessarily criticize yourself, but really reflect on everything and realize that you have issues. I
And
think anybody wants to look in the mirror and say, I have a fucking issue. They rather say, this bitch has an issue.
yeah, exactly.
That person has an issue. This is an issue. And maybe they were the issue before, but now you are deciding to be the issue yourself. So it's not easy, literally, like looking at yourself and being like, dang, I fucked my life, like, and like I'm this, I'm that, and that. Nobody wants to fucking do that.
I feel like I'm
Nobody.
also
It's all
never,
ego driven. It's all ego
I
driven.
feel like I'm never satisfied. Like in general, like I'm like I always want to just like be better, do better. Which isn't a bad thing.
But also it's an ego. Like everything, ego is not, and we're all, a lot of us are controlled by the ego. You know.
Yeah.
Because we have something to
Something to
sometimes
prove.
you have to prove.
Yeah, but it's like
And
I feel
it's
like I
like
need to prove it to myself.
Yes.
Like I'm trying to prove something to myself, but I'm like,
But
why? Yeah, why? Like I
But
don't
why?
know.
Because there's something deep within us.
Yeah.
That needs to, like, that validation. At the end of the day,
I think
we all
if no one
want this
believes I'm
validation.
gonna do it.
And then, but then also, then that comes back to just like you want to do it for
Childhood,
somebody
probably.
else, and it's like,
Yeah.
and childhood,
It's probably childhood.
and then like, or maybe your dad said, you know, you need to be something else, and now you're not, and things like that. Like,
He's always
my
sending me
family.
like house cleaning jobs. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! I'm cleaning nobody's house.
well, that alone is like, that all alone is literally a hit to your like self too. You're
Yeah.
like, this is what you want from me. Like, this is what you think
Yeah.
I am capable of
Yeah.
doing.
Like,
I would
some
be like-
hourly job.
I would
no.
honestly be like,
Like when I tell
that'd
him
be
how much
so
I
bad.
make though, sometimes in a day here, he's like, you made more than I did, like today. Like, cause he's a cop, so he makes
Okay.
like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or like the whole week. He like made that in a whole week, what I made in a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, and you want me to go work for $20-something an hour. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
So
he
they're
doesn't-
funny. Like, but parents like low key fucking try to like, they fuck you up by being so judgmental sometimes.
Mhm.
Like, you weren't supposed to do this and that, and then now thinking about it, proving something, I definitely was trying to prove something to my parents
Mhm.
because I was a rebel. I was the one that was like, no,
Mhm.
like, what are you talking about? I'm not doing this. I'm not staying in this job. And I was always the one bouncing around.
I moved
And
out
then-
at 17 too. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, I don't want to listen to
No,
your
I'm not
rules.
doing this. I'm not doing that. Da, 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 da. And it's like, and I definitely was trying to prove something to them.
Yeah.
What the fuck for? Why did I print it? It's hard though. It's hard getting through it. It's hard. It's hard figuring that out.
You want to outdo your first teachers.
Mm-hmm. You want to do your first teachers and then prove it to yourself that you were right and that they were wrong. And it's like, you don't need to prove it to anybody. You know, even people that never even met you, you know, we're trying, like people online, people always trying to like have, subconsciously, I want them to see the real me by this. Because people think they have the idea of me, and it fucking bothers me. Because some people don't even think I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
Or they don't even think I'm like, and it's like, what made you think I'm not? You know, like, so it just bother. It bothers you. You're like, why do you think you know me? I'm literally trying to figure myself out myself.
Yeah.
Why do you think you know me? And in a sense, like I do, in a way, want to show the real me, which is the real me. And it's like, for what? But at the same time, yeah, for what is also because, you know, life is life, and you know, income is out there now
Yeah.
in the internet. So I'm like, why don't I use the real me, who I really am, to make that?
People want to see like authentic,
authentic.
and yeah, they don't want that AI shit. They don't want like the fake it till you make it. They want the real, raw, true story because they can connect more, I feel like, with
Right.
that.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I'm doing here because I really truly don't think people see me as like this hardcore person, like kind of cold at times, especially because especially my exes. I'm like, okay, peace, bye. Like I never knew you, but it's not that I didn't care; it's that I cared too much, and then I was like, I'm not willing to fuck my life up for you though and
Like,
sacrifice
yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
You know, I cared
I feel
about
like we
myself and I cared
sacrifice
about my
ourselves
kids too.
only for so long.
Yeah.
Like to the point you can't do it anymore.
You literally can't keep trying to fix people or show them who they are. They have to see it for themselves.
Think about the people though that are still stuck in the environments they stay in, and they're like 60, 70, and they're like, I wish I left when I was young, and then now they're just stuck until they die because like they're just at the point where they've given up, and they're just gonna stay like that. And it's like, wow, you wasted your entire one life.
And then they try to
in
tell
that
me,
environment.
and the crazy part is that they try to tell other people to do the same.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what? Why would you tell me to do the same when you
like,
know?
just stay till the kids are older. Why? Why would
What
I
are you
do
talking
that? like,
Why would
my
I
good years, I'm gonna stay till the kids are out of high school.
And my kids like are so much happier now.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
exactly.
Wow.
It's
Alright,
crazy.
we're good.
Yeah.
I think that was a good conversation. I think that we're like growing, and I think we have each other. I think are like it's a really good place to be. I think making us comfortable.
The Three Musketeers.
Yes.
when
When
I pulled up and I seen both your cars here, I was like, oh, we're so cute.
I know, it's so cute. I know, like we're ready to like dive deep into like and be authentic and like really dive deep into like who we are and like really show the world who we are. And like whether they like it or they don't, whether they support us today or they don't, it don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because everybody's living in their own world, and yeah, got fucking
Soon
issues.
they'll be watching
Yeah,
ours.
things that-
Hair flip. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen. Should I just text Ron and ask him now? I don't have his number.
Oh yeah,
What do I say, Tom? I'm scared. He's gonna
That
tell me to
you're
go fuck myself.
yeah. Nah, he can.
Yes, he is. He's gonna be like, this dumb bitch you got.
Why? What
Can you send it to me if my phone
Yeah.
didn't save it?
Yeah.
Because it died during it, so. I charged the other phone thinking I was going to use that one, but I didn't.